Hey guys, it's Danibelle. Today I wanted to share with you a build that I'm doing on my island of Honeybelle today. As you can see, I'm on this long, narrow strip of beach that I have right in front of my resident services area, and I was trying to come up with some ideas on what to put here. And I thought, it's almost summertime. What makes you think of the beach in the summertime? And I thought, a boardwalk. That's what I want to put here. So just to sort of take a look at this area, I thought I'm going to start with a custom path design, and I'll be sure to put the information in the description for you below. And it's actually just like a white wooden plank design. I love this. It's something I've used in a lot of different areas on this island. It has sort of a weathered and worn look, which I love. So I'm just going to start out by making a really long strip just to sort of set the foundation of where we're going to put our items for the boardwalk. So bear with me here. I'm just going to be laying down the first part of this pattern. This is actually a 7-part pattern. For this build, we're just using 3 parts of it: the top part of the white plank board, the middle, and then the bottom part. But there's actually this is the vertical version of this path, but there's a horizontal version as well that I downloaded, and it's a well-made path. I love this designer. They actually have a similar path in a few other colors as well. So if this is something that interests you, feel free to check out her custom designs. And I'm just sort of laying down the path. I'm doing 1 of the top, 1 row of the middle, and 1 row of the bottom. And I'm going to be doing this the entire length of this beach. I don't know what it is, but I've just been thinking a lot about creating spaces on my island that sort of remind me of either times I've spent in my real life or something that sort of will evoke all of the senses, if you will, like the smells and the sounds and the feeling. Like I was just thinking about a trip that our family had taken to Ocean City, Maryland years ago, and they have such a cool boardwalk there, guys. I mean, everything you can imagine, like the smell of French fries in the air and the feeling of the sand between your toes as you're walking along. Lots of fun shops, and it seems like every part of that boardwalk is jam-packed with all kinds of fun things to look at and see and smell and taste. And so I thought, if I can create a part of my island that reminds me of that trip, this just sort of seemed like this would be a little slice of that trip to remember every time I look at it. So that was sort of the motivation behind this. I'm just sort of framing the top part of this in right here. There we go. And then switch back to the middle plank. All the way down. I will show some of the items in my pockets here shortly of what we're going to be using to actually place for items today. There's quite a few of them, but just to touch on a couple of those things. Oh, look who's here. Savannah came to say hello. She's so darn cute. She's one of my newer villagers that I found in my last island hop, and I have really, really enjoyed having her here. I think it's perfect that she happens to just be walking around with her smoothie as she's waiting for the boardwalk to be ready. Just finish this up. And 1 more. So it's pretty long. Okay, now let's look at our items. The next thing I'm going to do is, let's see, I think actually before we do the fencing, let's see what we have here. We've got a flamingo, a palm tree lamp, garbage can, candy machine, a couple of diner counter chairs, a stall with a custom design, which I'll be sure to link in the information below, a brake tapper, a fortune-telling set, hourglass, velvet stool, ironwood chair, magic kit, cotton candy stall, a soft serve lamp, a popcorn machine, an arcade combat game, basketball hoop, and a basketball to go with it, a mama panda, a ring toss, a baby panda, a stall, another mama panda, a colorful wheel, And then several floor lights we'll actually put behind here just for some ambient lighting for the nighttime so it makes it pop. And you can use various colors for those. And then lastly, a set of the Bunny Day Merry balloons. So let's see. I think I'm going to start with the floor lights just because I know these are going to be difficult to place once we have everything else in front of it. And I thought if I put these down first, it'll be a little bit easier to see where the light will be coming from. That way, when we're here at night, we can kind of just make everything look like it has an overall glow to it. And then we'll put a few more down over here. And you can use any colors you want. I just sort of did a variety. I wanted to have sort of a mix of colors. But you could stick with just one color if you decided to do that as well. There we go. Okay, so once we have those set, we're going to go ahead and put up our fencing. I chose the vertical board fencing. I guess the main reason I chose this fence is it sort of reminded me of a boardwalk, but at the same time I wanted something fairly tall so that it would sort of section off the park that's directly behind it, right by resident services. I just wanted this area to sort of have its own section and so that it wasn't bleeding right into the park behind it. So I picked this fence just because it was nice and tall, just to give it the illusion that it's its own separate space. Now regarding one of the items that I had in my pockets there, the brake tapper, I love that item. It's actually one of the items that you can get if you download the Pocket Camp game for Animal Crossing. There was a special code that you could obtain just by signing up into that. I wasn't really into Animal Crossing when the Pocket Camp came out, so I'm not super familiar with it, but I had heard about this and gave it a shot. I actually ended up enjoying playing Pocket Camp for a little while, but the best part was I was able to, once I did that, go to resident services, and then those specialty items were available, one of which was the brake tapper, which is sort of like a slot machine, I guess, similar to that. There's also other cool items that you can get from that, like this awesome campsite sign, something unique that you can't get from the game in any other way that I know of, and lots of other cool items that you might enjoy. So give that a shot if you have time. It's definitely worth it, even if you just do it for the sake to get the items. Okay, so we've got our boardwalk set down here. We've got our fence put up. Now it's just time to put out the items. I'm going to start with the Bunny Day balloon set. Luckily, we just got those in time from Easter, from our good old friend Zipper. And then I have this colorful wheel. This item actually comes in many other versions, but I just decided to go with this one because it was just so colorful and it had the numbers on it, which I thought would be perfect to sort of simulate a game that you might play to win prizes on a boardwalk. And put down the mama panda next to that. Are you guys dizzy yet? And I went ahead and put down this stall. Now this stall is just one of the patterns, one of the basic patterns that you can choose and change with a customization kit. And then to sort of stage prizes, I put a baby panda and a ring toss game that I crafted. And I actually used a customization kit to change that to the colorful version of the ring toss set, just to give it a more fun look. And then another mama panda on the other side, just for a few choices for prizes. And then I'm going to place the basketball hoop. And the ball in front. move that over a little bit. And how can you not bounce it, right? It's like you have to when you place it. Then I've got our arcade game. And I think here I'm gonna place the brake tapper. This is that cool item from the Pocket Camp items. It's just fun. You can hit the button, it'll make the little wheel spin, and then if you hit it again, it'll stop. It's just a cute item, and it actually makes quite a bit of noise too, so it's just something that I thought would fit in really well with a boardwalk theme. Then I'm going to place down a stall. This one has a custom code on it, which I'll link in the description. This is, I'm going to turn this into a fortune-telling booth. So I'm putting down the fortune-telling set and an hourglass. I just kind of wanted it to have like a mystical vibe, you know? And then I went ahead and put down the velvet stool too, because it looked a little bougie and I figured it sort of fit. Then I'm going to put down, let's see, we'll do the ironwood chair. And I just went with this basic color. I kind of wanted it to coordinate with the fence. And then I put a magic kit on top just because I figured it sort of went with the fortune-telling booth. I love the rabbit in there. It's amazing. Sorry guys, I had to. Okay, then we're going to put down a cotton candy stall. I have the blue one. I know there's different colors of this, so probably any color that you have on your island or that you could trade with a friend would work really well with this. I just chose the blue because I wanted a variant of color. And then just to sort of represent the cotton candy, I picked this multicolored soft serve lamp. I know it's actually ice cream, but I do sort of like to use other items for different purposes sometimes. So I thought, you know, it sort of looks like cotton candy. Then we've got our popcorn machine, and I love these because I don't know if you noticed, but when you actually pull it, the wheels move, which is super cute. Then I have this other stall here, and I have it customized already. This is another custom. Oops, I gotta back up a little bit. This is another custom design, and I'll put that information in the description. I love this because it actually matches the popcorn machine perfectly. And then for the things to put on the stall, I'm actually standing behind because I'm using a pro design for this. It's one of the cute little hat patterns that we have here that was made, and again, I'll link the custom design code for you guys. But I was thinking about French fries, walking on the boardwalk and smelling the French fries with the vinegar in the air. And I thought, okay, we've got to have some fries on our popcorn stand. So if you go behind your stall and display the hat, even though it's a hat, if it's flipped backwards, it actually sort of looks like a plate of fries. And I think it's so adorable. And then, of course, since it's right next to the popcorn machine, I decided to do the same thing with a design for popcorn. Right here. There we go. I just love it. Like, how cute is that, you guys? Seriously. We'll just sort of push that back into place. And then I have a couple of diner counter chairs in red, just to kind of have a little place where people can sit and have their fries and popcorn. And depending on the space you have, you probably could do other food stalls too. I just sort of ran out of room, but you could do a cheeseburger stand, or like a shaved ice booth would be super cute here with some of those items. I mean, just use your imagination. I've got a little red coordinating candy machine that I'm going to drop right here on the end. And then I sort of wanted to just do a little something here behind to fill in this spot. I've got, let's see, one more piece of fence to put down. There we go. Look at Savannah. She is loving life right now, just chilling on the boardwalk with her smoothie. I love it. I think I'm going to do that after I'm done. I'll join you, Savannah. All right, I put down a garbage can just because it sort of made sense here, and it's right by the airport, so I thought it might also be convenient when I'm crafting. I've got this palm tree lamp that I crafted earlier, and I did that in the brighter yellow color. I just thought it would look super beachy and tropical, sort of, to go with the boardwalk. And I thought it would also look really cool at night because it'll be lit up. I've got a little flamingo statue here. I'm just going to add that. Just to sort of angle it out so that it fills in the area. And then I had a couple of flowers from my park that grew in overnight, so I just thought, you know what, I'll add those in too, just to add a little bit of extra color and movement. And that's it, guys. This is the boardwalk. What do you think? I love it. I think it turned out cute. I really hope you'll give it a try yourself. Let me know if you have other ideas of other items that you used on your boardwalk. I'm so glad you decided to play today. I really appreciate your support. And I hope you get a chance to try this design as well. I hope you have a great day, and we'll see you in the next video, guys. Take care.